Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you again today. And today, this message is called Wake Up, You're in Hell. Please stay with me through this one. I can see in my analytics, a lot of times people cut me off about halfway through. This message will save your soul, will change your life, will change the trajectory of you and your family and where you end up. 80% of ministers in the United States of America believe that they have been negatively impacted by the ministry and their family has been destroyed because of it. 80% of the preachers polled in America said that their own children won't even attend church because of the negative impact that the ministry has had on their families. 35% of preachers deal and battle with fear and depression. In the first 5 years, most ministers quit because they cannot help themselves and they cannot help their congregations. I want to talk about a better way for our world, a better way than what has been presented to us in America. Let's talk about America for a moment. I don't want to upset anyone. I'm not trying to be negative, but I want to bring out some statistics and then see what we can do to change it. Every great invention that man has had, the American government has taken it and weaponized it to kill and to destroy. There is no moral difference in the latest polls taken from people that call themselves Christians and non-Christians. 73% of Americans call themselves Christians, but they can see no moral difference. They have the same amount of divorce, same amount of pornography, same problems that affect Americans are the same in the church or out of the church. The average American, they say, tells 23 lies a day. Up to January 2017, 59 million babies have been aborted. That is upsetting to me. Someone who, when they see a spider in their house, takes a cup and takes it outside where it's not to step on it or harm it. That is upsetting to me, that our tax dollars, I found out, are not only going to war and weapons, but are actually going to fund terrorism. How does that work? Look that up. They call it pay to slay, and you are paying for it. Your tax dollars are going to pay for abortions, for war, and for terrorism. I find that very upsetting. But we call ourselves one nation under God. What God is this? I'm going to tell you, and I hope you can handle it, because it's going to be different than everything you have heard before. You have been presented a monster God, a God that wars and kills. That is not the highest principle of good. I am here today to bring you the message of Zarathustra. Zoroastrianism is the original monotheistic religion that Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and all the other religions branched off of. Now let me tell you what happened, what went wrong. When they branched off, they added to good spirit attributes that are not his, such as hating, warring, and killing. That is the American God that has been planted in your mind that clearly to 80% of ministers and their family doesn't work. So how is it going to work for you? How's that American dream working for you? Let me tell you, as I get a little older and I see the ministers and the businessmen in their later age, they're drunk off their ass. They're stoned on prescription drugs because they woke up one day and they followed the road that was laid out before them by their Bible, by their America, and they wound up in Babylon, and next step is hell. Wake up before it's too late. Let me tell you who God is. He is all good. He is life, love, peace, joy, compassion, kindness. He does not hate, kill, and war and destroy. You have been given a wrong idea of God. You are following a wrong government that sends their money and tax dollars to killing and to a false God. Have you never read in your so-called holy text stories that just grieved you inside? Didn't something inside, that divine spark inside, say, no, 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 this can't be right? Go in, kill men, women, and children? Think about that for a minute. Okay? Think about going and doing a terrible act like that. What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would that sound like? It's wrong. Can't you see it? Can't you see that you're being lied to? America was built on the backs of slavery. But yet they get mad if an NFL player don't want to bow down to their song. And I hear false prophets saying God's going to punish the NFL. No, he is not. Who's going to punish the NFL is other deceived people. Are you tired of being lied to? You work so hard every day doing your job, trying to take care of your family, telling them, I'm going to get you there. I'm going to get my wife and kids to that nirvana that I was promised. But when you get to the end of the road, it's Babylon. And next step, hell, because you've received a monster God. Listen to me. You can be born again, awakened, enlightened, saved, whatever you want to call it. Because God is all good. God is life. God is peace. God is joy. God is kindness. All you have to do is come into alignment with the true God. You're going to have to let the false God go. You're going to have to let the false idea of patriotism go. You're going to have to live by that divine spark inside of you, that little light inside of you that knows right from wrong, good from evil. Will you be brave enough and strong enough to say, I will follow that light? It's what the Magi have done from the beginning of time, to follow that star, to follow that light. And that's what we're teaching today. Follow that light inside of you, that all good spirit, that all good God that instinctively you know is truth. Turn away from the lie and illusion. Be man enough, woman enough to stand up and say, no more! I won't have the lie and illusion anymore. I'm going to stand up even if it cost me something. Maybe it cost me dollars, paper, silver and gold, prestige, and some people I don't even care about's eyes. I don't care anymore. I want to lead my family to good spirit. I want to change this world. For the government of God to come in, we have to have a new and a different way. Every man and woman must be led by that divine spark inside. The dark system led by men and governments will not work. It'll never change. It'll always be peace sometimes and war sometimes. Hate sometimes and love sometimes. Just like the monster God they preach to you. We must, all of us, this message goes out to 84 countries. It's going to start with us in the homes, in the living rooms, in the families, talking to your kids, showing them the all good God, living by your morals, and all of us loving God and loving each other. Because if you love each other, you love God, you love good, you love each other, you love your neighbor, you won't kill them, you won't lie to them, you won't steal from them, you won't harm them, you will love them as yourself. That's how the government of God's going to come in. It's going to be an inside job, that light within us. We got to break away from the old system. And I know it can be scary, but can some of you have enough faith in the all-good God that He will come through for us and we will change this world? Alright guys, I know it was kind of a heavy one. I love you. I want you to do something. I want you to share this. There's a little button right under there that says share. Share it with someone right now. I love you guys. Let's change this world for good, for God. See you tomorrow.